Welcome to the Triple Play Sports Podcast with your hosts, Christian Perino and Tristan Barnes.
Today is July 24th, 2026, and I am here with Tristan Barnes, and we will be talking all things LeBron James for the next 10 minutes, just pure thoughts and raw emotions. Tristan, how you doing, my man?
LeBron! Yeah, but I'm doing good. I'm just, I don't know what to feel right now as the King LeBron James is playing for a new team. It's the Sixers, which Cavaliers fan, I am not happy about it, but hey, whatever he wants is his command. So
Yeah, I think I felt like the same way. I don't know. I don't really have a basketball team I root for. I just sort of I'm a basketball fan. So I like just watching basketball and seeing all these free agents go somewhere. But this one I felt particularly that I sort of wanted him to go to Cleveland again. I felt like he could have ended his season or ended his career with the same team he started as. And I get that he's gone back twice, but do you think that was so out of the question, Tristan?
no, I mean Cleveland. As a Cavaliers fan, we have a really good roster. A lot of key players: Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, James Harden. We have a lot of room for LeBron to work around, but he obviously chose the most win-now ready team, I'd say, in basketball, being the Philadelphia 76ers, and they have a star-studded lineup with LeBron James. They have Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and
Joe Embiid.
Joel Embiid. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's so many guys on this team. This is a win now team, like you were just saying. I just want to go over what they signed him for. I think we were all going to LeBron James for 1 year, right?
Yeah,
So,
which is pretty weird. They gave him a 2-year, $8 million deal. The money is not high. It's not a humongous contract. He's definitely going to play 1 year. I mean, maybe two, because he does want to, respectively end his career out on top with a fifth championship. So if the first year doesn't happen, there's always a second. And then if not, he'll probably just retire.
yeah, I don't know. The next stop might be the retirement home, but I don't know what I was thinking about this. 2 years, $8 million. 76ers signed that today. I guarantee is a signing bonus, and if he does a certain amount of how good he does this season, he's just really he can really extend on what he does.
Yeah, and it's not like, and typically in sports when, people who are about to retire sign with a team kind of one-day deal, this is an actual deal. Like, he's actually going to be a key contributor to the Sixers lineup. Last year for the Lakers, he averaged 20.9 points a game, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds in 60 games played. The Lakers made the playoffs, beat the Rockets in the first round, ended up falling to, I believe, the Thunder in the second round. So he can still lead a team, just not as, he definitely needs some help. He can't carry a team like he did, back in 2016 when he led the Cavaliers to the finals and beat the 72-9 Warriors. So he's definitely, old, but I still think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he has it by a mile. He has so much he can do. Even though his age, I think he's still putting up numbers that we would say to this day are pretty good. It's extraordinary for a guy to be putting up these types of numbers for how old he is. So
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. I don't know completely if he's gonna be able to do it again because it's LeBron James. He's turning 40-something years old. It's a whole thing. I just don't know how much longer he can do it, but I have faith in him, and I think he can win another championship in the next 2 years that he's with the Sixers.
Yeah, it's definitely not out of the question. The Sixers, after trading for Jaylen Brown and signing LeBron James, have, I'd say, one of the best rosters in the East. A couple teams that might be better than them, or definitely put up fights can be Boston. Cleveland, the East champions from last year, the Knicks. But yeah, there's definitely not many teams better than, the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia made they were one of the lower seeds in the playoffs last year, and they beat Boston in 7 games and ended up losing to the eventual champs, the Knicks, in the second round. But that doesn't say that they're not a good team. The Sixers, tremendously improved this offseason. They drafted LeBron Philon Jr. with the 24th pick from Alabama, so they definitely have a bright future.
Yeah, I totally agree here. There's a lot we can do with the Sixers. Hi. Sorry. There's a lot that we can do with the Sixers because they're such a good team right now, and they have a lot of raw talent. This is one of the teams that I have winning the championship this year, and I think LeBron James. This is the right move. I think the right move would have been Cleveland, but this is better than the Heat because he can't be playing all these minutes, and he
No,
needs a team that can uh, not carry him, but have him play less and succeed more. That's what I gotta say.
totally.
So that brings me to a couple more thoughts before we get out of here. You see LeBron James and how he's signing for $2 million. I'm gonna go into sort of like a personal life. Do you think having anything to do to live in Philly has something to play a role with him right now?
I mean, it's a city he's never been to. I don't see it as much different as any of the other bigger cities he's lived in. LA for a couple of years, although it's much more hot and much more, famous, popular, Hollywood, whatever. I don't think it's going to affect LeBron. It might affect the, wifey and the kids a little bit, but I think the thing that I think LeBron's move to the Sixers, it affects Bronny James the most because
Yeah.
he's still stuck in Los Angeles. And they, just a day before LeBron announced he was leaving, they announced that Bronny was going to be their quote-unquote player of the future. So it kind of sucks to see Bronny not go with LeBron to Philadelphia, but at the same time, he's trying to have his own career. And, it's going to be probably impossible, but be better than his father. So,
Yeah, I couldn't agree any more than that. Um, it's just the whole thing. I think he definitely needs to write his story. Um, right now he did. He hasn't had the best career. He had that heart attack in college. People doubted him. And everything like that. So I don't know. I like it. I think he needs to write his story, and it's a whole thing. And I think it does affect Bronny the most.
yeah, it's a little sad for Bronny, but we'll see. And then also Bryce James, he's a basketball player for the University of Arizona. He kind of rode the bench, but knowing that teams love LeBron so much and they love his children no matter if they're good or not in college, he'll probably work his way up in the NBA somehow within the next 2 years, maybe,
Hmm.
and maybe join LeBron. So,
Yeah. That brings me to my last point. Um, if LeBron does decide to play another year after his 2 year contract, how realistic is that, or is that very unlikely?
um, well, I mean, although he has been putting up decent numbers, they've definitely not been his, career highlight numbers.
Yeah, prime.
He's definitely, yeah, prime. He's definitely gone down like 10 or so points,
Hmm.
whatever. So I don't think he will be I don't if he plays more than 2+ years, he's definitely gonna be washed. Age is definitely gonna catch up with him and he's not gonna be what he used to be like.
Yeah, well, Tristan, thank you for this is an episode of a mini podcast. We sort of want to get more of these in, just give you guys the news. We'll be posting every Monday and Friday for hopefully the rest of the year. Follow, like, subscribe.